Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Zeke. I'm the drummer for Smokey Charles, a hip-hop artist in Portland, Oregon, and I'm the owner of Zeke's Drum School, where I teach drum set to students of all skills and ages here in Corvallis, Oregon. Today I wanted to talk about something that is really overthought, I think, in the drumming community, and that's warm-ups, alright? So, most of the students that come in to my school for the first time, when I look at them and I say, go ahead and get yourself warmed up for a second or get yourself loose, they kind of get this blank stare over their face and they don't really seem like they know what to do. And that's okay, because the problem isn't not knowing what to do, it's overthinking what we're trying to do. Now, if you think about, say, getting warmed up for anything else in life, let's take any sport for example, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your blood flowing, you're trying to get your body loose, you're trying to get your mindset going so that you can start thinking whatever activity that you're doing while your body is also getting into the physical mindset as well, okay? On drums, it's no different. It doesn't need to be this gigantic, crazy, super complex exercise that you've worked hours on end to do. That being said, it can, but for some of you new drummers or people that might not be as far along, it's better for you to think more, get your body moving, instead of how complex is it what my body is doing. Does that make sense? So when I sit down at a drum set for the first time, usually every time I sit down every day before I practice, the first thing that I want to do is I want to get every limb on my body moving. I want to get my blood flowing. I want to get loose. I want to get in that mood of using both my arms and both my legs, because as drummers, that's what we all do. We have to use these four limbs, not like any other instrument out there. So I keep it really simple to start with, just to get my body moving. Let me show you what I teach my students here at my school, and maybe that'll help give you an idea of how to start with your warm-ups. Now, remember, these can be as simple or as complex as you want to make them, okay? I'm just going to give you a baseline to start from, and then you can make it your own. Now, what I teach my students to warm up with when they come in is the first thing we got to do is we got to get both of our feet going, okay? So let's get a nice eighth note pace going with our feet. We're going to start with our right foot, so on the quarter notes, we're going to be hitting the bass drum with our right foot. On the ands, we're going to be stepping with our left foot, so it's going to look a little bit like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Simple enough, right? Now, this is a really good excuse or reason to start working in something that you might not use as often as you would like when you play. A lot of drummers don't step with their hi-hat as much as they'd like to, so this is a big reason why straight off the jump, when we're talking about simple warm-ups, I really like to get this stepping going in there. It really brings out that extra muscles that you need to use in your leg, instead of just having it anchored down the whole time and only being a three-limb drummer. So, now that we've got the eighth notes going, the next thing that we want to get going is 16th notes with our hands while we're doing these eighth notes with our feet, okay? Now, remember, that means that for every step, there's going to be 2 hits with our hands. And if we're starting with the right hand, every step that we're going to do is going to land with the right hand, alright? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to start with my feet, and then I'm going to bring in my hands. So it's going to look like 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and simple enough, right? So if we're counting, just to show you what I'm talking about, like we said before, with our feet we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with our hands we're doing 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Remember, if you're using 16th notes with your hands and 8th notes with your feet, 16th notes aren't any faster than 8th notes. It's just twice as many notes on the grid. Okay? Now let me kind of show you an example of how I warm up. I'm going to show you this little clip. It might be about a minute long. I'm not going to use just straight 16th notes up top and with my cymbals, my toms, and my snare and all that type of stuff. I'm going to use different rhythms that I hear in my head as I've got my 8th notes going, and I'm just going to kind of play off them and move my hands around. But like we said from the beginning, my goal when I'm doing this is to just get all my body parts moving and start using all the pieces of the drum kit, because we're just trying to get warmed up. We're not trying to do some crazy performance. We're just trying to get that blood flowing and thinking drums. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's check it out. Remember, these can be as simple or as complex as you want to make them, okay? A warm-up can literally be anything you want it, alright? But if you're using this method, try to bring your own voice into it. You don't have to play just straight 16th notes up top, okay? Like I did when I was doing it, I hear these different things and it makes me want to play different rhythms, you know, and move around to different surfaces. So, but I'm still achieving my goal of just getting my body loose, getting my blood flowing. I'm thinking about drums, getting in the mood, you know, trying to get my energy up. That's the key to warm-ups for me. Thanks for watching my video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like or comment down below, or subscribe to my channel for everything drums. Keep practicing, everybody, and I'll see you guys at the next video.